What's going on, everybody? It is Monday. A couple days ago, I was sitting with a friend. We're doing homework. He's going through the teachings of Jesus, and we were just blown away by how radical some of the things that Jesus says it actually is. What I want to share today isn't exactly new. I first heard this kind of line of thinking from C.S. Lewis, the guy who made Chronicles of Narnia and such. You know, a good teacher might teach, love your neighbor as yourself. A good teacher might teach, turn the other cheek. And if that's all that Jesus actually taught on, we might have grounds to call him a good moral teacher. But there are tons of things that Jesus says that are absolutely ludicrous if he really is the Son of God. Like, no one actually makes the claims that Jesus makes about himself. Like, think about some of the things that you hear Jesus saying and imagine for a second if Gandhi or the Dalai Lama or if Oprah had said the things that Jesus said. Wait, did he just put Oprah in the same place as Gandhi? Luke 9:24 says, "Whoever would save his life would lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it." Jesus says if you're trying to save your life, you're going to lose it. The only way to actually save your life is to give your life to me. He doesn't say give your life to God, he says give your life to me. Like, imagine Mahatma Gandhi saying, "You have no life until you've given your life for me." At the end of John 8, the Pharisees are saying, "You're talking about Abraham like you know the guy. You're not even 50 years old, and Abraham was 2,000 years ago." And Jesus goes, 50 years old, before Abraham was, I was. Well, actually he says, I am, which if I could put my spin on it, it's like Jesus saying, 50 years old, I'm as old as God. And no wise teacher or Dalai Lama is making that claim. John 14:8, Philip is like, "Okay, Jesus, I got one favor. Can you please show us the Father?" And Jesus is like, "Really? Like, how long have we been hanging out for? If you've seen me, you've seen the Father." Imagine if Oprah was like, "Oh, you want to see God? No problem. I just got a TV station. You can tune in anytime you want." No one with any sort of credibility ever makes the claims that Jesus made about himself. And so the point is that when people say, "Oh, Jesus was a good guy," that really doesn't actually make sense, because when you actually take a listen to what Jesus says about himself, no good guy says the things he says. To wrap this up, here's the C.S. Lewis quote that sparked it all. "A man who is merely a man and said the sort of things that Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. He would be a lunatic on the same level with a man who says he's a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. You must make a choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else he was a madman or something worse. You can shut him up for a fool, you can spit at him, you can kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not come with any patronizing nonsense about him being a great human teacher. He hasn't left that open to us, and he did not intend to." Anyway, thanks for taking a watch. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you very much. All suffering falls into these two categories. Either you're suffering because of the faith that you carry, or suffering that comes with the advancement of the gospel, or suffering that comes from sickness or a need for healing or disease or something in your body. And one of those is promised, and we're told to endure, we're told to remain faithful. But the other one, every time Jesus shows up, he always deals with it.